Indiana community on high alert after national analysts' brutal reality check about Caitlin Clark and co. This season is going to be legendary. One fan wrote in the latest Indiana Fever explaining free agency video on YouTube, and, well, who can blame them? The Fever have made bold moves this offseason. Led by Caitlin Clark, their aggressive free agency approach has earned praise from analysts at ESPN and WNBA.com, who rank them among the biggest winners of 2025. So, does this mean a championship is on the horizon? TV host Rachel Demita has her take with the additions of Dewana Bonner and Natasha Howard. The Fever's roster now looks stacked alongside Clark, Adlea Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. But talent alone doesn't guarantee success. Execution on the court, coaching adjustments, and team chemistry all play a role in turning potential into championships. And it's not just about the players. Indiana is making major investments off the court too. The Fever are planning a $78 million practice facility in downtown Indianapolis, designed specifically with women in mind. But does spending guarantee a title? Demita offers a word of caution. I do, however, want to put out a word of caution for Indiana Fever fans. I know that I have been one of those people who has been saying that the Indiana Fever are now in the contention category. But if Indiana does not make it to the finals this year, or if they don't win a championship this year, this isn't a bust of a season. While the Fever have all the tools for a deep playoff run, expectations don't always match reality. In the unpredictable world of professional sports, hype is exciting, but the real battle is proving it on the court. What's most remarkable about the Fever surge is how fast it's happened compared to teams who have taken several years to rebuild. The Fever reached the playoffs in 2024, just 1 year after initiating the rebuild. Now they find themselves in a position to become legitimate contenders to win the title in 2025. The Fever hired Stephanie White after she found success in Connecticut. She turned the Sun into a title contender behind a defensive formula White has relied on for success throughout her coaching career. And maybe White's defensive-minded approach is exactly what the Fever need to finally reach the mountaintop and win a championship. Speaking of defense, the Fever has made some major defensive upgrades. Natasha Howard, a 3-time WNBA champion and former Defensive Player of the Year, adds a ton of versatility. Then there's Brianna Turner, a 2-time WNBA All-Defensive First-Team honoree, known for her shot blocking and rebounding skills. And don't forget about Dewana Bonner. With these additions, the Fever are looking to vastly improve from their 11th place defensive ranking in 2024. With Coach White's expertise and the new players in place, they're ready to compete for a spot among the top defensive teams in the league. Interestingly, every WNBA champion since 2010 has had a defensive rating in the top 6. This only shows just how important it is to have a solid defense when gunning for a championship. Fever focuses on winning as Caitlin Clark's popularity breaks records. Clark's popularity on the court has translated into crazy viewership numbers. Not only is she commanding the attention of players on the court, but her presence has also led to a massive increase in fan interest. The Fever have accumulated over 800 million video views and seen a 265% attendance uptick. They have also gotten a 1,000% increase in team store sales. These are the type of numbers you'd expect an NBA team to have. This only shows how big of a star Clark has become, and how much she's helped put the Fever on the map while doing so. Indiana Fever president Kelly Kroskoff didn't mince her words about what she wanted the team to do. "We're about winning," said Kroskoff. While we're comparing Caitlin Clark to all-time greats, Kroskoff drew parallels between Clark and Tamika Catchings, the player who delivered the Fever their first championship in 2012. Kroskoff's reasoning? Caitlin Clark isn't just capable of elevating her teammates. She can attract the very best or turn one of the Fever's existing stars into one. Beyond what it would signify for the next decade or so, a winner in her prime like Clark would make the Fever an even more attractive destination for free agents. Her fans would reiterate every chance they can get how she's always known. So, as the Fever prepare for arguably the momentous season in franchise history, Indiana fans must remain on high alert. There is plenty of buzz around this franchise, and while it is enticing to get swept away in it all, Demita's point still stands. Even if they don't take the crown this year, the Fever's rapid resurgence and deep roster ensure they're not going away anytime soon. Whether they win it all or not, they're as close as they've ever been.